And when you got two guys on the same team that are unguardable and unselfish, you ain't beating them. They're well coached. They know what direction. But Luka is a fun player to watch. He really, truly is. He's a fun player to watch, but Dallas ain't winning no damn title. Mark Cuban, y'all, the Cowboys might win a ring before y'all, and the Cowboys are terrible.
Uh-oh. He has spoken.
I'm just saying.
How much further out do you see the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl again?
Let's see. Divide by pi, carry the 2, and then you add 7, deduct 3. And then you don't count the even years, and then they're still trash. So I would say 2051.
Another 30 years, okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Talking football, we are going to be joined by our favorite, amazing, wonderful sports personality, just everything sports. And she is Let's Talk Deportes, Eileen Carrasco. And she's joining us to talk some NFL and get down and get dirty.
Hey.
Hi, Eileen. How are you?
Oh, good. I got it. Yay.
You did. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. And you are just in the perfect time to talk some NFL with the roller coaster that it was, everything that happened, emotions running tense and running high and lows. And if you follow me and Eileen too, we were like on it on social media, on Instagram yesterday. We're like, oh my gosh, which we'll get into. But oh my goodness, I don't know about you and about you guys, but I was all over the place, even though my team did win. But there was a lot of exciting football.
Why you make people wait for you? We were all ready.
Okay,
ready.
first of all, no.
Here you go up here acting like a diva and whatnot. It's like, dang. It's like, we gave you what you wanted. You wanted the roses. We sent the roses. You wanted the car. We sent the car. You wanted all this stuff. We acquiesced to everything you wanted. And then you still like, there's a problem. I can't get in. My people been trying. I don't know what it is. So what you want?
I needed the red carpet.
Oh, so the carpet we rolled out wasn't good enough for you?
No.
Huh?
Sorry, I got the wrong color.
Okay. You got to get with Joanna's assistant about that. Talk to her assistant.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What happens when you be bringing on these Sadidi guests all highfalutin, Got 15 shows. She ain't got time. People got 15 shows. They ain't got time for you.
Oh, no. But I'm so glad I can see all of you guys on the screen right now. I came in I sneaked in, but I was not late. Come on. She said 7:30. I was here at 7:30, right?
Yes, you were on time.
Over here just trying to bully me all the time. PLR, what?
You should see the threatening messages she be sending people.
Who? Me?
I got receipts too. Y'all want to see them? I got the receipts.
Watch out. Especially when he keeps those receipts. I got to look out for those.
Oh, no. But thank you so much for inviting me again, you guys, here with you and talk sports and talk NFL. I absolutely love it. And, actually, I was looking through one of my pictures the other day, and then I saw a picture with, it was myself, Ed, and PLR. And it was like at an ASU game. It was so long ago. I'm like, oh. So, you're my familia. So I love coming in here, you guys. So thanks for inviting me to talk NFL.
Yes, of course. Very exciting. So let's kick it off. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little recap of the results from the games, and then we'll go ahead and dive in. We'll talk some football, break it down game by game. So we had the Packers and the Rams faced off. We had the Packers beat the Rams 32-18. Ravens 3, Bills 7. Sorry, not 7. 17. 7 is my favorite number. The Chiefs and the Browns 22-17. The Bucks and the Saints 30-20. So let's go ahead and then just go ahead and what has been the news since Sunday, and it's still to be determined because it has been confirmed, but at the same time, he is still saying that he's going to take some time to actually think on his decision and what it's going to be, and that is Drew Brees retiring. They did come to a loss against the Bucs and Tom Brady, which I think that was one for the ages and to see. But the Tom Brady and the Bucs just came at the Saints, and the Saints could just not. It seemed like they were going to go ahead and put up a little bit more of a fight. It was a close game, but Tom Brady was just too much for Brees and the Saints. So come on, Eileen. I know we were talking about this last night or Sunday night. Come on, give me your thoughts on this.
Yes, there was a lot of emotion in that game. Not only was it like I knew it was going to be a close game. It says, we're talking about it. Oh, the History Channel and everything. But I didn't know it was going to be this close. And I was so emotional because like we were talking about Drew Brees now at the end of the game, now he might retire, he might not, but still like when he looked back and it was that last look at the stadium, it was like, oh, we all cried a little bit, but it was such a close game at 30-20. And I mean, right there, we saw how two great teams, it really does come out to whoever makes the least mistakes, Those four turnovers, that was what really threw the game. I mean, two great quarterbacks there. And it was really like a battle of the ages. I kind of felt like, I was like, I hope the Super Bowl is this intense, this close, because this is a great game. And I mean, I actually had picked the Bucs to win and Tom Brady to win because I didn't believe that the Saints defense could take him. I said the Saints are going to go as far as this defense takes them. But I mean, I was going for the Bucs, but now I'm a little worried because they're going to face Aaron Rodgers, and I'm going to be like, I still chose the Bucs. I went with the Buccaneers there, Tom Brady, but I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried now. And then also with that game, we'll see how it is with Drew Brees. If he does retire or if he doesn't, I really hope he doesn't, that he comes back for at least, one more year. And we did see that moment of Tom Brady and his kids too, him throwing a pass to his kids. And that was sweet. I like that.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. Pretty classy of Tom Brady to meet up with Drew and his kids and, yeah, at least, talk to him for a couple minutes after the game. But yeah, if this is the way that Drew Brees goes out and his career ends, that is a sad way for it to end. The guy, the only 80,000 yard thrower in NFL history, of course, Tom will eclipse that next season, but just everything that he meant to the city of New Orleans, bringing them a world championship and everything he's done for all the people that were counted out in their lives. Drew Brees was counted out at Purdue. He was a small guy. Nobody really thought that Drew was going to amount to anything really in the NFL, just strictly because of his size. But no, look at him. He's an all-time leading passer in the NFL. He brought New Orleans a championship, and he's one of the greatest to have ever played the football. He's a bona fide first ballot Hall of Famer, should be unanimous when that time comes. But if it does come out that he retires because it would be a sad way for his career to end that way, throwing those 3 interceptions and Tampa taking full advantage of that, and their season ending 3 straight years with home playoff losses.
All right, now y'all done with the feel good. We done with all the feel good. We wrote his eulogy. Everybody feel good now. Now let me go ahead and kick in some truth.
Yeah, where's your angle at, Paul? What are you doing?
Yeah, let's kick in some truth. He's been a noodle-armed quarterback for the last 3 years that could not pass the ball for more than 20 yards. They've had one pass over 20 yards the whole game. It wasn't from him. And they had to bring in Jameis Winston to do it. I am glad Tom Brady threw the passes to his kids because he's the only one that could throw it far enough as far as his kids was away from him. His arm was done. No one leaves the game on top except John Elway. That was it. Everyone else left with the loss. Everyone else stayed a year too long. Everyone else lost at home or didn't quite make the playoffs. So now that we're done singing that song, the old poor Drew Brees, yes, he had a great career. Yes, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I didn't cry when he looked back because them suckers beat my team last week. I don't give a good goddamn about them anyway. It's over. I picked the Bucs to win because I don't believe you beat Tom Brady 3 times in 1 year. And if he could throw an out more than 6 yards, if he could have found Michael Thomas, who was 7 yards deep, and he didn't quite have the arm strength to get it to him, or maybe he tried something different, throwing to the players on his team, maybe there would have been a different outcome. But there wasn't. His career is over, and I have some information about that. He will be announcing his retirement. He just didn't want to do it on that day. He's going to have his own standalone press conference sometime, either I heard after the Super Bowl or either that off week in between. He doesn't want to. He is a classy guy. He didn't want to take the attention away from what was going on. But real life, noodle arm. Arm is done. He is washed more than some jock straps after a high school football game.
You were not nice.
Paul, the man had 11 broken ribs and a punctured lung. What you expect him to do?
Then he shouldn't have played.
You know what?
Look,
well, I will say this though. I do have to say that through the injuries that he has faced, and him, especially him coming back and finishing the season after having Ed said it, having those broken ribs, I could not be more proud of Drew Brees, especially for the performance out there.
Do you get the Super Bowl for that? For coming back from an injury? So if Patrick Mahomes comes back next week from a concussion and they lose, they're going to say, oh, well, Pat came back from a concussion. No, he lost. It's really just that simple. And you know what? And I'm tired of hearing about his 11 cracked ribs and his bad spleen and his broken pinky and a broken nail on his left hand. That was all fine 2 years ago when he threw that interception against the Rams, but we didn't want to talk about that. It was fine last year when he lost again in the playoffs, but we don't want to talk about that. We just want to remember him winning a Super Bowl almost 10 years ago. He's not that guy anymore. So he lost. Can we talk about one of the teams that won instead of keep talking about the swan song of the dude that couldn't throw 5 yards?
Well, let me go ahead and go in behind you on that one and talk about one of the teams that did win, and that was Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. And just saying, let me go ahead and just put this out there. 17 division wins. He's in the playoffs in his first year with his new team. So he would be a second quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Did I get this right, Ed? In 2 different teams. Yes, the first one would have been
Peyton Manning was the first.
Peyton Manning.
He would be the first, if Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl, to win AFC and NFC championship. He just seems like last night he was the Tom Brady that you were used to seeing, and then just keeps getting better, at least as the season goes along.
You know what? I hate I have to hop off this call because this show should be changed to the Rosie show because everybody talking all rosy and fond about everybody. He didn't look that great last night. They dropped 3 interceptions, 3 right in the hand interceptions. He was fortunate that he got short fields because Noodle Arm couldn't complete the passes to his dude. He is going up next week. And believe me, as a Bears fan, it hurts my heart to say this. He is going up playing against that dude in the NFC with that arm, that weapon, those weapons, and that stadium. And Tom is going to look 44 years old. He didn't play like Tom 5 years ago. See, we all have in revisionist history because 2 old dudes got basically, you know what we did? We said Trump got in a fight with Biden and the other old dude beat the old dude. They still both old, washed up dudes. It don't really matter. They're going to play that dude this weekend. That dude with the running game, that dude that made a hyphenated name, Scandrick Valdez Scandrick, look like a Pro Bowler, and he has a Pro Bowl wide receiver as well, and a stud running back. It's going to be come to Jesus time for Tom next week. Let him throw those 3 almost picks. Those are going to be 3 real picks that'll be going the other direction. He looks 43, just like when Warren Moon was 43. He looked 43. So, no. In the other division where the young guns are playing, Now let's talk some quarterbacking, throwing the ball all over the yard to your dudes. Y'all in this all revisionist, sweet lullaby history. Man, I should have brought some